providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
It's so hot.
We're delirious in here this morning, folks.
Even if it's not hot outside, it's always 150 degrees in the studio.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Where are we? What
This
day
is the beginning.
Is
This is August 5th.
it? Okay.
And you're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a
Yeah.
service of Joy's House. Thank you for tuning in this week and every week.
Oh, what do we do here?
Well, you know what you do here.
I feel
I'm just in the
delirious.
seat.
All right, here's the deal. Joy's House, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you about Joy's House first because Joy's House sponsors. We are Caregiver Crossing, but Joy's House has two locations. We are an adult day service, so we are located in Broad Ripple and at the University of Indianapolis, and we take care of your loved ones. We take care of people who are living with some kind of a life-altering diagnosis. They come to be with us during the days, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, whatever days and times you need. And they get their own community and safety and love and all kinds of great things with us.
Yeah.
Tina
And,
McIntosh is the founder, so
She's the
she
founder.
knows
She's
all
also-
things
Yeah. There
Joy's
we go.
House related and can answer all of your questions. So if
By the way, she is a superstar.
she is.
USA Today picked her as the superstar of the country.
Oh, well, that was not it. Okay.
What was it? Everybody's got a fan. It's so funny.
That was
It's
not
like
it. I feel like I'm in church.
She's
it was, I'm going to say it with pride. Ready?
say it.
It was, I was named, well, this is not easy, USA Today's Woman of the Year.
That's
for
right.
the state of Indiana.
Yes, ma'am, and that's fantastic.
I'm so sorry,
you never
Indiana.
say that, but you all should know that. In case you don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, she's a superstar.
I don't know about that part, but it was quite an honor. It was announced in March, and I get to wear the invisible crown for a year.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
I
does.
mean, and you were named along with whose shoes are you filling?
I mean, I was alongside of me. Some of the national honorees were Simone Biles, Michelle Obama, Goldie Hawn, Sandra Day O'Connor, and Dr. Bobby, who runs Gallaudet College. I mean, it's really incredible
Yeah,
women.
some
It's
incredible women.
You deserve it.
well, I don't
Every
know about
second
that,
of
but
it.
it is. I'm honored. So, Caregiver Crossing is the radio show that we have been doing for 1,047 years.
Yes,
for
and we
you.
look wonderful.
Yeah, we
You
look
do
pretty
look
good for
wonderful.
1,047. But we're here for those of you who are caregiving and those of you who one day will be, because statistically, that's all of us.
And by the way, thank you to Cardon and Associates, who helps us to bring you this show each and every week, and to you all that listen to us. We're glad that you're here. If it is your first time, we hope you'll stick around with us. We're here for the next hour or so, and if you like it, great. Hope you'll come back and join us again next week.
And if you hate it,
Listen, again, it's
Sorry.
hot in the studio right now. So this is, and it's early. So the crabbiness has come out. So I feel like you're like, and if you don't like it, don't come back. Turn
I'm
off
just
the radio. Like, we're glad you're here.
I mean, we'd like to know why you don't like it, but in the meantime, we hope that this is a show that you'll stick around with.
Yeah. And you can always go back and listen to past episodes.
yeah,
How
you
do we
can
do
find
that?
those at caregivercrossingradio.org. Visit the Joyce House website or find us on Facebook, Caregiver Crossing Radio. That's where we keep you up to date with all of our events that are going on, and we release Caregiver Crossing Unplugged there as well. So you can follow us there.
Whenever you say that, I feel like unplugged, like something's happening.
Hey, how speaking of unplugged, how was back to the 80s?
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I was able to name more than just Madonna and Boy
Oh.
George, surprisingly. Yes,
That's impressive.
I know.
Girl.
So it was fun.
Good.
I think we should do that again.
Excellent. I mean, I'm always in for good trivia when I'm in town. We were out of town visiting our daughter in North Carolina.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She is wonderful, and I miss her to pieces. So we were driving through the mountains, and I thought about y'all.
Did
She
she shut her
really-
eyes
I
when
don't
she
know,
said
she
it? She
did.
was sincere. She shut her eyes when she said it. Did you see it?
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. Sincerity
When
when
peop-
you shut your eyes.
For real?
Total. So look what I'm doing right now. Total sincerity. Eyes are shut, meaning it from my heart.
Oh.
So I know you meant it from your heart.
So I have a new cheap little watch that I got that takes care of your like pulse, keeps your pulse on. And I put it on Terry just a little bit ago, and she lost all of her senses and only could look at the watch.
Watching
to
my
keep
heartbeat.
track of her pulse.
I was watching my heartbeat.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because back in March, I went down to Georgia for a couple weeks to take care of my grandmother.
With the devil.
Whoa.
I know what she did. Devil went
I
down
know
to
what
Georgia.
she did too, but took a turn.
My grandmother's not the
I
devil.
like that
She's
song.
wonderful. Love you, Big Mama.
No, she's not the devil. I wonder if you. Never mind.
But
I love that song. Devil went down to
Go
Georgia.
back to sleep,
I
Terry.
do. That is a good
I love
song.
you.
Somebody, please go ahead. I'm sorry.
But she was needing care because she was having some heart issues. And she was checking her blood pressure, like back to back to back to back to back. And one, you can't do that. Two, it was making her more nervous, which was raising her blood pressure.
Watching
So,
that.
Yeah, watching it. So if you're doing that, don't do that, Terry.
Yeah, I really only have it so when I work out, I can see if I'm reaching my target heart rate. Like, am I doing something that's good for me cardio wise? But it does get kind of obsessive to want to look at it.
You see my watch line?
Oh,
It broke. It broke yesterday. Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss too.
You know what's not a loss?
What?
Tipa Snow coming to town in October.
I know y'all are excited about Tifa Snow. I don't know who
Terry,
that is.
you should come. You should really come.
Oh, you
I
really
know
should.
you've been talking about Tifa
Like-
Snow for a while because there's something about Tifa. First of all, Tifa Snow is a fantastic name.
Yes.
And what is it about Tifa Snow that nobody? So let's pretend like nobody knows who she is.
Yeah, she's a person, a
She is.
woman.
She's an occupational therapist by trade, but she specializes in individuals with cognitive decline, so Alzheimer's, dementia, all the dementias, the wide spectrum. But she makes things so easy. So say I'm a caregiver and my mother is hearing voices. She thinks there's someone in the air conditioner grate, and I've got to get down there and I've got to help them. That little boy needs my help. And instead of saying, "No, Mom, there's nobody down there," come and kind of getting upset with her, she role plays and she goes into what someone should do in that situation.
And she might say
Or-
something like, because this is the TikTok
Yeah.
that Candace
Yeah,
is
we
talking
saw
about.
it.
I've seen it. That she will say things like, "Well, Mom, I can't hear them right now, but tell me what it is you think that they want us to do." "Oh, well, maybe we should do that. Let's go get that blanket for them, and let's come on over here and let's do that." And so she
Yeah.
helps you learn how to redirect and how to interpersonally react and interact with your loved
Fantastic.
one. Yeah,
she's brilliant.
She sounds wonderful.
She's brilliant.
So we
She's
can
so
come and
good.
see her, or she's coming. What? Tell me what she's doing.
Yeah, Joyce House is hosting her here October 13th. It will be open to all caregivers, professional or personal. Give us a call for more information. We're definitely fleshing out the details, so we'll keep you up to date on all of that.
October 13th at Butler. You got to write that down. And then November's right around the corner. It's National Caregiver Month. And in honor of all the caregivers that we know and love, it's time to nominate them for something really fun. So we're hosting the Deserving Caregiver Awards now through the end of September. We will choose 4, not 3, but 4 deserving caregivers to receive prizes like massages and dinners, the opportunity to join us for a recording of Caregiver Crossing. Who doesn't want that? To share your story and learn what you've learned on this journey. And so winners will be announced in November. To nominate a caregiver in your life, email me at tina@joyshouse.org. And yeah, you can nominate yourself. If you're a caregiver, look in the mirror, send us a nomination. So we've got to take a break. Stick around. We will be right back.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. We are here every Sunday to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit caregivercrossingradio.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, and learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and much more. That website again is caregivercrossingradio.org. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after this.
Hey, welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. Glad you're here with us this morning. I'm Terry Stacy, along with Candace. Candace had a ball.
That sounded French.
You sound like a candy. Hey, you ever get a piece of that Candace?
I don't know about candy.
It's minty. Anyway, there's Candace. Tina McIntosh is here too, and we did this. We like doing this. We're gonna take some questions that you all take a minute to send to Tina McIntosh, and then we're gonna call you, and we're gonna help you through your problem or whatever it is that you need some help with. And ladies, we are joined right now by Trudy, and Trudy's calling us from Chicago, and she's got a question for the two of you. Hey, Trudy, thanks for calling. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Good. Tina, Candace, take it away.
Trudy, what's your question?
So, I want to keep my mother living at home, but I need a short break and have no one to help me. Are there any options for short term stays?
Mm, good
Okay,
question.
that's a great question. So let me ask you a few things before we answer that. Is your mom living with any kind of a life altering diagnosis?
Um, well, she's in a wheelchair.
Okay. Is she have any kind of dementia or anything going on?
She does have slight dementia.
Slight. Okay. Probably just early cognitive decline. That's a pretty common term when somebody's aging before not everybody gets a dementia diagnosis, but early cognitive decline is pretty common. So, um, okay. And cognitively with you, how does she interact with you? Like, can you carry on, your normal conversations with mom? Does she engage in activities around the house to the best of her ability?
She does. She engages well with me, but you can definitely tell that there's a difference from how she used to engage. Um, she does. She likes to clean up. She likes to do things around the house, but she's not mobile.
Okay. The reason I ask those
Hmm.
questions is because what we find a lot in the aging industry is that when somebody has a change of environment, they've gone to the hospital, maybe, but I'm thinking more of they've had to go to somebody else's home or they've had to have maybe a rehabilitation stay at a long term care facility. There is often after that a decline with them cognitively and also sometimes physically as well. And so I'm asking those questions because while your mom engages and still participates in a lot of the activities, because one, she is using a wheelchair, that tells me she probably needs a lot of help with her activities of daily living. So things like getting bathed and using the restroom and, getting ready for bed and things of that nature. Is that fair to say?
It is scary to say.
Okay. And then cognitively, if she has some cognitive decline, I'm a little nervous to tell you to seek out respite stay at a long-term care facility because I'm afraid that might give her some kind of a setback.
Yeah,
Candace?
I completely agree.
Okay. Okay. So, and chime in at any moment. My brain's going
No,
now.
go. Don't run with
Um,
it.
So, skilled nursing facilities, also known as SNFs, often have respite stays available, meaning, Trudy, they might have a room that is empty. And if your mother is Medicaid waiver, aging and disabled, there might be some funds there for your mom to go up to stay. I think it's up to 30 days. I might be wrong about that. Don't count on that. But there is a respite stay. So she could go stay in a nursing home for a temporary respite stay if that is, the best or only option for you. I would suggest for your mom looking into some of the non-medical companion home care companies. And we'll break that down. That basically means it's a company, so they're insured and bonded and trained and all of the things that hires paid caregivers to come into your home and stay with your mom when you are there or not there. So this might be a great thing for you to have some respite while you go on vacation or do whatever it is that you need to do. It also might be great long term just to get some help in the house. Candace, you want to speak to that?
And I have provided that in-home care for someone that was living with Alzheimer's, and we were able to take her to church and to water aerobics and helped her prepare her meals and bathing and housework and cooking, all of those things, while still interacting with that person. So that might be something good for you to look into, Trudy.
How long are you going to be gone, Trudy?
I'm hoping to be gone for a week.
Okay. And do you have any family members that your mom knows and trusts that can come in and stay with her to be kind of you in your absence and then get some other help as well?
So I have a brother, but he lives in Florida, so he's not close. Um, and so he's not able to make it down to help. And so I wanted to seek it out just in case, further down the line, I needed to get a service again.
Yeah. I think, ideally, if your brother could come in, one, it's always good for the sibling to come in because often what we hear is that brother lives in Florida, sister's caring for mom in Chicago, and brother gets really critical about what sister is or isn't doing with mom.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's, hey, brother, come on in, stay for a week.
That's good.
So that, you know, if he could do that would be great. But I really would recommend you look at the in-home non-medical companion care because it doesn't sound like your mom has any big medical needs at this time. You know, the other thing is, and we can help you with this, even though Joy's House, which is our adult day service, is in Indianapolis, we could help connect you with some centers around the Chicago area, depending on, you know, what side of the city you're on. And that could give you some long-term respite as well. But we also need to get you a care kit, Trudy.
Oh, yeah.
Our care kits are these binders filled with template information, and it will help you not only communicate with your medical team, but if your brother comes in, communicate with him, communicate with these non-medical, you know, in-home companion folks. So, I know, Candace, any other thoughts on the care kit?
No, it would be really good for instance, your brother coming in and he knew all of the contractors that you needed in case something happened at the house, or if mom needed to go to the doctor for something unseen, he knows what medication she's on and things like that, Trudy, that would really come in handy if you needed to step out.
Yeah. Is this helpful for you, Trudy?
It is. It really is. And I really do appreciate you guys giving me all this information.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks.
good.
Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah.
Trudy from Chicago.
Trudy from Chicago, and they will get you a care kit.
Joining us is Dave Holder.
Hey!
I know. Dave, you may know, is actually a new author. He has a book out called Ask Dave Holder, and the subtitle is What Every Person Should Know About Senior Living Options, not to be confused with his day job, which is assisted living locators. And he has helped so many people in my life personally to relocate and find typically their forever homes. And so, hi.
Thank you so much. Hello. Thank you for having me, you guys. I appreciate it.
What do you want to talk? You want to talk about the weather? Do you have any aches and pains?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, do you like
So many
dogs?
aches.
Do you have dogs?
I do have a dog. Yeah.
What's your
Butters.
dog's name?
Butters.
Butters?
Yeah. He's
Big dog?
no, little guy. Rescue. Pomeranian, Chinese crested, and a Cocker Spaniel mix.
Yeah,
So,
you did a DNA test.
Yeah.
What's
we definitely
What
did,
is
yeah.
Chinese crested?
That's that little kind of like half bald one where their hair kind of sticks up, but they're kind of don't have a lot of hair. Like
It looked like me after chemo.
It's always, well,
It's a true
I mean, that
story.
kind of thing, now you know, right? Now you see that picture, that helps a
Yeah,
little,
just
maybe.
picture me as a dog a few years ago, and that's what it looks like mixed with
Butters.
Pomeranian. So, Dave, truly, you are the person that we all call. I mean, I feel like whenever there's a transition in somebody's life, you get the phone call of, "Hey, Dave, thinking about moving my mom into a long-term care facility or somewhere. Don't know what to do. Don't know who to call." So I called you.
Yeah.
Is that a common thing?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I just want people to call me. I want to be that resource. I want people that don't know what the next steps are. They don't know the difference between independent living or assisted living or memory care or long-term care. Help us navigate that. I want that call.
Well, it's because, I mean, there is so much to it now. I think when I was growing up, there was just the nursing home, right?
Oh, for
we only
sure.
knew the nursing home. And now when you talk about some of these other locations and these wings and these departments of some of these bigger facilities or these places, there's just a lot to learn.
Yeah, and it's overwhelming.
It's
And-
confusing.
Yeah, and I want people to be proactive because you do not want to do this with your hair on fire, trying to figure it all out, learning the new terms and all the words and acronyms and SNF,
It's the worst.
skilled
Sniff.
nursing facility.
I mean,
That's-
truly.
Yeah, it's not a sniff.
It's actually an unfortunate choice for an acronym.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
But I'll never forget it.
I mean, what is it?
SNF
Uh-huh.
is senior nursing
Skilled.
facility. Senior skills.
She will never forget it.
Yeah.
But it is anybody who has moved a loved one into a skilled nursing
SNF.
facility, an assisted living, independent living, any of the campuses that we're familiar with, knows it's torturous, Dave.
It's very difficult. And that's where my family was 6.5 years ago. My father had a diagnosis of dementia, father-in-law, excuse me. And we waited too long, didn't ask the right questions, didn't know what the next steps were going to be until he couldn't be in the home anymore. And then it was a mad scramble. Where do we go? How much does this cost? What's a good community? What's not? And it was very, very stressful and very overwhelming. We ended up making the best decision that we could. wasn't the right one, and found ourselves moving him a second time.
Financially, though, is such a big part of that, the financial part. When you start to look into some of these campuses and what's included, it's a little overwhelming. It's a little scary. And if you're not saving and ready for that, then, and like you said, at the last minute, you start to scramble. You think, well, what are my choices?
Right. Yeah. It's so there's so many layers to it
Yeah.
that I know people put that off for good reason, but you need to be as proactive as you can about it.
I have a question. Speaking about finances, how much does it cost to hire you, Dave?
It is no cost.
I want to hold what? How much does it cost to hire you?
Uh-oh.
No cost.
Your phones are going to ring off
Well,
the hook.
it's no cost. Are you linked to certain places? To certain?
So yeah, I'm like a realtor in that regard.
There we go.
You
You're
know?
like a realtor. Yeah.
So there's no cost to work with me. The families don't pay more. There's no hidden fees, anything like that. I get paid a referral fee by the community if
Fantastic.
they move in there. So yeah, I don't really, I mean, there's a couple that don't work with referral people like me, and that's okay, but I still have good relationships with them. So I'm not going to say, well, they don't pay me, we're not going to go there. You know?
I bet you get a $10 Starbucks gift card on occasion from them.
I do, yes.
But here, this is what I love is that I've known Dave for a long time. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And because I want to make sure he doesn't tell you about that one thing. And I know he's somebody that you can trust. I mean, so the minute you meet him, you know you can trust him. So I know just hearing his voice and hearing the work that, Dave does, I think people are probably skeptical until they
sure.
meet you. Like you're almost too good to be true. But you're never going to pick, I say this with confidence, you're never going to pick facility A over facility B because you're going to get more money in your pocket. You do this because you care about the people who are making the move.
Yeah, and the reality is that if I present them with three options, I'm going to get paid either one they go to, right? So I really don't, that's not what I'm motivated for. I want them to make the right choice the first time and have those conversations so they can make a good choice. And I love kind of almost wearing that therapist hat and just talking it through like, well, I know you said this was important, but we keep going back to the closet. So is it closet space or is it about the care needs that mom has? We can have those conversations. So ultimately it's their decision. And I just want them to make an educated and an empowered decision about that next steps. And that's what I'm there to do. So I don't have any, I can't ethically do that. It just doesn't sit well with me. I have to help them make the right decision for sure.
Do you find the weirdest things are of importance to people?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Don't give any names.
I won't give any names.
Don't say the
no,
names.
No. But I was touring with a family and we went into an apartment and they started looking around. They said, "Where's the washer and dryer?" And I said, "Most assisted livings don't have a washer and dryer in there." And they're like, we can't do this. Like, this is a big deal for mom. Like, I go, well, they do batch everyone's, they don't mix them all together and you don't have to mark mom's underwear or anything like that. But they're like, no, like it stopped
was
right away.
important.
And it was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we probably should have talked about that earlier. So
my
we'll pivot
gosh.
now. But yeah, things like
Yeah.
that come up and it's okay. I get it.
Yeah.
It's a big change.
How important are animals these days, pets?
Yeah, that comes up quite a bit. Referral
Spider
yesterday.
monkeys. Big request for spider monkeys.
I was
Spider
thinking
monkeys.
snakes.
Ew.
Like
No.
your amphibians.
No.
No, that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, 2 cats. That's no problem.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying no, you shouldn't have that.
Oh, I got you.
Nope. Nope. I don't want to talk about the snakes.
Right.
Okay, we have, I know that there are some other questions you want, to get answered. We are going to have some more weird questions,
Sure,
though,
of
in just a
course.
moment. So
Yes.
once again, you are hearing the voice of Dave Holder. He is the author of Ask Dave Holder What Every Person Should Know About Senior Living Options. And I would say just as important, maybe more important, is that his company is Assisted Living Locators, and he is a lifesaver. Back in a moment on Caregiver Crossing.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. With locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, Joyce House provides exceptional day services for individuals living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by visiting joycehouse.org today. That web address again is joyshouse.org. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after this. Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. My name is Candace Hattabaugh.
Hi.
In studio with Terry Stacy and Tina McIntosh.
Dear goodness.
We're also joined by Dave Holder, who stuck around after last segment to continue our conversation. Dave is with Assisted Living Locators and author of the book Ask Dave. What's that?
Holder.
subtitle? Ask Dave Holder, What Every Person Should Know About Senior Living Options.
With his cute little face on the cover.
He is pretty cute, pretty stylish. Thanks for sticking around, Dave.
There was an option? I heard
Well,
door click.
yeah, we did really give you.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's how we fundraise at Joy's house.
Exactly.
You come in, we lock the door. All right. So, what do you want people to know about the work that you do?
So I am that resource, almost like a realtor. So you can come to me wherever you're at. I want you to be proactive, but if your hair's on fire, we don't know what to do, what resources can you help us with? I'll point them in the right direction. But ultimately, I'm going to have those conversations that you can make a good choice about the senior living options. So we're going to spend time not only like a realtor talking about location and budget, but we're going to talk about care needs, long-term goals, financial picture, what would be a good fit for mom or dad or your loved one when it comes to a community. Really boil things down so we can come up with 3 or 4 really good options so you're not out touring all over the place. Good part is I will set that up for you, and then I go on the tours with you. So we'll talk about questions that we need to ask. I'll share with you all of my notes so we can really make a really, really good decision, and I can tell you kind of the inside scoop of what's going on. Because we are meeting with marketing people, but they want to fill their building. And
Yeah,
that's
sure
not
they
a,
do.
It's not a bad thing
Yeah.
necessarily, but we got to know what's real and what's not.
Do you find yourself playing therapist for family dynamics?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Often?
Oh, yeah. That comes up a lot. There's always some brother in Denver that knows better, or something like that. And just
Stupid brother in Denver. It's always that guy.
it's always, it might be the same guy. But yeah, I mean, just having those, and just really educating everyone and just saying, well, that's not really true. I met with a family over the weekend and mom kept saying, I don't want assisted living. I don't want assisted living. And then it was like, why? And she's like, well, that's where Aunt Peg was. And that, and she started going through everything. And I'm like, that's a nursing home. That's not assisted living. This is a residential. This is your own apartment. She's like, oh, I didn't know that. And
I
so,
want assisted living.
yeah, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So those are the conversations we have a lot of. So,
And
again,
it's not just for you, even though you specialize in assisted living, you know enough about the communities to know if maybe assisted living is not appropriate for someone and can help to connect them. If it's independent living, if it's a skilled nursing facility. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, so it's independent, assisted living, memory care. I specialize more in that residential model. So the SNFs or the skilled nursing facilities, I really don't do placement in that. I'll help families with that, but I don't have a clinical background. So I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression that I made a recommendation, based on some medical need, and that's not my background. So I really don't do that, but I will help families research that and see what's available and talk all those things
I think
through.
if you could just kind of briefly tell us about each of those options.
Okay.
And so you can kind of figure out, if you're thinking right now, where would mom or dad, grandma, grandpa, where would they, or me, which category do I really fit in? Can you break it down for us for a minute?
100%. So an independent living is going to be just that, like
Yeah.
retirement living. They might have some services like a meal plan, but they're not going to have any nursing care. So no support services there other than no maintenance. You got some housekeeping that might be taken care of in a community environment. Assisted living is going to be around the support activities of daily living, bathing, dressing, toileting, medication management. They're going to provide support around that, however infrequent or frequent you need that, but that's what they will do. So I do have to mention too, they'll support you to keep you independent. That's the
Okay.
real key. Everybody thinks, oh, you lose all your independence.
Right.
There's communities where people work in assisted living, but they just want the 3 meals a day. They want weekly housekeeping and maybe somebody to manage their medication
Sign me
for them.
up.
Yeah, exactly, right? Memory care is going to be more for someone with a dementia diagnosis, needs a secure environment. Then when you get to more of the skilled nursing side, that's when the medical need is going to be a lot more than 24/7. Someone that needs 2 people to assist them with transferring, maybe needs a feeding tube or IV care that assisted living can't do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, I'm reading directly out of Ask Dave Holder, What Every Person Should Know About Senior Living Options, a book by Dave Holder.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dave, you give great tips in this book. This one says, confirm that your community of choice has a move-in coordinator position. This role helps new residents meet existing residents and lets them know what activities are scheduled for the day or the week. Some communities have an ambassadors club or a greeting committee. These are residents who understand what it's like to be the new kid and welcome new residents. This book is packed with tips and information and things that just, why would you know? Like until you need to know. And so if someone wants a copy of this book, how do they get it?
Just reach out to me. I'm not selling them on a website or anything like that. I want it to be, no cost, and it's just
okay. And the number here is 317-854-9030. Again, that number is 317-854-9030. Is that the best way for them to get you?
Yeah, that's my office line. Also rings to my cell phone. So, yep, I'm never far from that.
All right. So, Dave, you mentioned earlier that, you didn't come from a clinical background. What is your background, Dave Holder?
My background is landscaping and horticulture. Did that whole thing.
It all
You
makes
love to
sense. It
grow
all comes
things.
together.
Exactly.
And you play guitar. Hey.
Yeah, oh, you brought that up. Oh my God.
Did you used to own the Holder Mattress Factory?
I did not. No.
No, but this is where we could start rumors.
There we go. Exactly.
But Dave and I did meet when he came to Joy's house, and he is part of the reason our Joy's House Broad Ripple location is as beautiful as it is with our landscaping.
Oh, that's
He's the man.
you.
Really?
He got some special
Beautiful.
trees and shrubbery donated for us. I mean, he spearheaded everything.
Thank you, Dave Holder.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
so-
Do you want to know
Beautiful.
what we did a couple weeks ago in that garden? We had a Joy's House camp for the week.
Really?
And we had a water balloon fight. I bet you never saw that one coming. We were throwing water balloons at each other from the balcony.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
because we're
fun.
just a bunch of grown kids around
Yeah,
here.
it's fun.
Hey, I know we need to go. So again, Dave Holder, thank you so much for being here with us. Thanks for the work that you do.
Thank you.
That number again, if you want to get a hold of Dave, is 317-854-9030 at Assisted Living Locators. Before we go, you had a reminder for everybody?
Yeah, next week we are launching our Deserving Caregiver Awards. So stay tuned next week so you can learn how to nominate a caregiver in your life. We're going to have some fun prizes and exciting awards. And someone may even be able to join us here for a recording of Caregiver Crossing. So
Whoop, whoop.
stick
All right,
around next
and
week.
Absolutely. And we also want to mention and thank our sponsors too as we close the show. Want to remind our listeners that they can contact Tina McIntosh if you need anything at all. Do that, tina@joycehouse.org, or you can certainly call 317-254-0828. Thank you to our sponsors, Cardon & Associates, with 20 communities owned, operated, or managed in the Midwest and more than 40 years of senior living experience. We'll talk to you all next week right here on Caregiver Crossing.